I woke up at 4
It's
and
what
get
you
my
call
exercise
dedication.
done. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get my exercise done too. So
Well, at least it's
great.
second year.
Yeah, is that right? I know a lot of you are in U.S. space. Most people on the other side of the world, they're sleeping or somewhere around in the middle of the night. Morning, morning. Hey, Seema. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Magda. All right. We'll just wait for a few minutes. And then I got Hector here. As you know, when Hector show up, he means business. You guys know him.
Okay. I was doing the pencil thing this morning.
Well, you can make your pencil twirl now.
That's right. All right. So, well, since I see most of us we are in U.S. base. Oh, well, Seema is from the other side of the world. What time is it over there?
Hello, everybody. It's from Belgium here, 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Oh, it's not too bad. Good afternoon.
It's good afternoon. It's perfect for me.
Great, awesome. Well, we're gonna get some movement going because, as we know, if we're just sitting there and learning passively, a lot of information that we're gonna you're about to absorb, probably gonna be just like a very minimum. So we're gonna have Hector put you in the state. As you know, Hector is well known at putting your body and your mind integrated together. So the whole point of have Hector help us in this 3 to 5 minutes of body movement is get you in the state so you can absorb the most. Because what we're gonna do after that, we're gonna do some work. So we're not gonna be sitting here and just listen to me yapping. Well, for some parts, so because you need some instruction, but you are gonna be participate in this, so make sure you do have your workbook ready and your mindset ready to do some work. Okay. All right, we're gonna have Hector take over, get us moving in 3 to 5 minutes. I need that too, Hector. Get us moving.
All right. Very good. Let me start my timer right here. Okay. So, first of all, I want you to sit on your chair, get away from the desk a little bit, okay? And put your hands, sit on them. Sit on your hands, on both of your hands, okay? Now, just take your knees and bring them up to your chest and touch the ground. Ready? Come on. 1, 2, 3. Come with me. Come on. Go a little bit faster. Come on. Keep your hands on your chair and just move them. Okay. Now stop. Ready? I want you to take your feet and point them out straight out. See, can you see me? Look, yeah, I want you to point your feet out. And then you're going to just point your toes. Keep your hands under, sit on your hands. Keep your toes straight out forward. Bring them back, bend your toes back towards your face and point them. So you're going to be doing this. Point them forward, hold them, bring them back. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 10th one, you're going to hold them out there. Okay? 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Hold. As long as you can. Ready? Hold it. Just hold it out there. Come on, you can do this. Keep holding it. Hold it. You only got 20 seconds. Keep holding it. Keep breathing. Oh, yeah. Come on. A little bit longer. 15. Come on. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, relax your feet. Okay, good. Now, the middle sections. We started with our legs. Keep your hands underneath, right? And just roll over and sit up. Just basically, here you go from the side. You're still sitting on your chair. And just bring your chest up. Ready? Do this 10 times. When you come up, I want you to put tension on your chest and push down on your arms. So 1, roll, relax. 2, make the tension. 3, make the tension. 4, make the tension. 5, make the tension again, nice and tight. Every time you can feel, you should feel it up in your chest, okay? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold it. Hold your breath in, take a deep breath, and make sure that you're tucking in your head a little bit, right there, hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. 5, let it out. Okay, so we moved our waist. Now we get to stand up. Let's everybody get up. And now that you're standing, okay, spread your feet. You just got 1 minute. Just your feet should be shoulder width apart. Bring your hands down, like you're reaching for the ground in between your legs. Pull up. You come up to the middle, and you spread your arms like you're ripping something apart with tension, and then release all that tension up into the air. 1, ready? So grab, pull with a breath in, spread apart, nice to tension, and release it. 1, that's 2. Ready? Again, pull in between your legs, pull up like you're pulling 1,000 pounds. Bring it to the middle of your chest, spread apart, and separate it and relax. 1 more time, ready? Only got 45 seconds. Can we do 5 of those really fast? So put your hands down, pull up really tight, and down again. Ready? Pull up and release. 1 more time. Pull up and release. We got only 26 seconds. Come on. Faster. Come on. All right, 10 seconds. Bring it up to the center. Take a deep breath. Hold. Relax. Bring your hands to the belly button. 5, 4, 2, 1 second, and relax. Athena, they're all yours. How you moved your whole body now. As you sit down, just relax and feel the energy. All right, beautiful. You did a phenomenal job today.
Awesome. Woo-hoo!
Woo,
Thank
I'm
you,
already
Hector.
actually sweating. Woo, look at that.
That's the intention. That's the intention.
Yeah,
Awesome. Thank you, Hector. So we'll
You're
expect
welcome.
to do that every growth work. So we're going to have Hector help us get the body movement going. So that way, when we enter the knowledge part of the launch lab, you're able to absorb our material a little bit better. So great. Let me see if I can share the screen really quick. Do anybody know what we're going to be doing today? I hope you have some basic idea. So let me actually stop the other part of the share screen so I can focus on the Canva. Okay, great. All right, so one of the things for you guys to learn as well, I always learn this as I go, is to turn up other the tab on your browser. So when you're doing a share screen, it's a lot easier to find your presentation. So here we go. All right, so this is what we'll be going over today. We're going to be going over like what I shared with you guys yesterday. There's a couple things. Lucy's going to help me mute some people if they come in. So just in case we don't hear you guys' private conversation that you don't want us to know. All right. So today we're going to be cover 2 things. We need to get clarity on the level of the launches that you're going to be launching, because this is going to be the 9 weeks that you're going through this journey with us. So 9 weeks, if you look at it's all dependent on the perspective, really. If you're looking for a very long term, 10, 20 years, of course, 9 weeks is short. But if you're looking for the short term, but 9 weeks it could be quite long, especially we're going to go into the grind. We're going to do the work. This is when the rubber meets the road. So this week, we are actually going to help you gain the clarity. So as we know, if you get on the road, you start driving, you got to clear your mirror. You got to make sure the windshield wiper, everything is all clear before you start driving, right? And that's exactly the same thing. We're going to give you, have you clear up your mirror, make sure everything's all clear to go. You have a map, and that's what we're doing today to make sure we're getting the clarity. So exactly what launches are you launching, and also how to use the time, because after what we ran through like 4 or 5 launch labs already, so we kind of already know the time efficiency is the challenge for most people. As we all know, not everybody's life is not only just launch lab and go to work or go to sleep. There's other parts involved, their family, there's some challenges happening in life. We understand. Same for us. So we just learn how to manage it or work around it. So that's kind of what we will be doing, is how do you, best use of your time between your life and business. So what we will be asking of you, you probably will be taking this week to really look at what was working in the past. It may not work moving forward. You might need to, what we have shared with you guys last Sunday, you might need to make some sacrifices. So when I say sacrifices, we're not talking about sacrifice your health and all other stuff. We're talking about maybe like the movie night or Saturday, you're going for a weekend trip or whatever. May not take every weekend. It may be every other week now. That is kind of a sacrifice that we're talking about. So that could be potentially happen for if that is the thing, but we just want you to know. So there is a minimum commitment. It's only for your own success. We haven't heard anybody don't put in any work that are come out successful. So not only for Launch Lab, it's for any business, as we all know. So that's what you will be going over today. So for the level 1 to level 3 launches, that's what depends on where you at right now. For most of you, I see, you are still in the trial launch, which is level 1. So the level 1 launches, you're still going to go through all those steps, and some of those steps may not be as important to you because it's not relevant, because you don't have a real client sitting on your event. Your client will be your accountability partner, helping you testing the technical side of it, help you with the framework, listening to your presentation to see if that flows well, and things like that. So that's why level 1 will be a lot less stress. You just try things out. It's a lab, right? You just try it out, play it out. So as we share with you guys on Sunday, in the launch lab, you are in one of those 3. And most of you are still testing with a friend, which is your accountability partner. Some of you are ready for the beta launch. If you have joined us the second time or third time, you could be in the beta launch or public launch. It depends on where you are, but most of you are still in the trial launch from what I can see on the screen. Okay? So we have shared this list. I just copy and paste. Mike have shared with you on Sunday, the master session. What is the trial launch? Because some of you that have coming back from the past told us that you want to know exactly what you have to do step by step. What do you have to do to get to complete your trial launch? And that's what we have listed out in detail. But don't freak out. It's, oh my God, there's 7 things I have to do. I don't have the time. I only have a couple hours here and there. I don't have that kind of time. And that's why I have break it down even further to let you know each bullet, could be 1 or 2 bullets. It's just one a week. So like you can see on this number 2 here, set up your Facebook. We're going to dedicate this upcoming week or Sunday, this follow-up Sunday, we'll be tapping into session 2. So each week, you only need to work on 1 number. You think it's doable? Doable? Right? It's not so daunting, isn't it? Because I know we can see your face on Sunday. Let's just say, I was just like, oh my God, is that what I have to do? So I've caught some of the panic face. So that's why I want to make assure you, each week we're going to break it down small segments. So it's in the digestible pieces for you guys to be able to chew. Okay. So that is for your trial launch. So I'm taking a little bit slower for this part because most of you are pretty much in this stage. As you can see, we have a nice steps. If you're in trial launch, you don't need to do 8 or 9 of the steps. So you don't have to worry about that. You only need to do 7. So the other 2 steps, you will just try it out, practice, make the other step better. But if you're in the beta launch, as you can see, they do run through the whole 9 step, some of them more than the other. But as you can see, there are a few steps are combined or in one step. So we just let you know in that one particular step, there are 3 things that you got to do. That's all. So still 9 steps, okay? So same thing with the beta launch. I don't think many of you are in the stages. I'm not going to go over too much, but this is just give you a perspective. You're not doing the whole thing all over again. Whatever you have done in the trial launch and beta launch, you just add on to it, or you just polish it, revise it, make it better. So you not start the whole thing all over. So that is another thing I want to assure you. Whenever you go into the next launch, you just add on a little bit more pieces, add on a little bit more pieces, not redo the whole thing. Okay? So the whole thing is, after you do the public launch, you just do it again, and make it better. Okay? So I just want to make sure, I see there's a 12 people talking in the chat. I just want to make sure there's any, oh, perfect. Lucy is helping me gathering the question. So I will take question at the end because I do have other parts. I want to make sure it's actually the most important part. I want to make sure you guys have the participation in that. It is the time. I don't think I shared screen yet, do I? Do you guys see my screen?
No, we don't see it yet.
What I thought. Okay. Luckily, I caught that. Let me go back to share screen again. So this is why you want to have your accountability partner when you're having the event. Because if I'm in the zone, keep talking, and I'm not even, share my screen. If you don't have your accountability partner or somebody is helping watching your screen, you just yapping the whole time. Nobody know what you're talking about. Most likely people try to be polite. They won't tell you. So that's why you guys know why the accountability partner is important in this part of the process. That's why I have Lucy here as well to be my eye.
I'm her accountability partner today.
Yeah, accountability. Yes. So now you guys can see my screen, hopefully.
Yes, we see it.
Great, perfect. So now we're gonna do the most exciting part. We're gonna be focused on time efficiency to get the maximum result that you are going to be going through in the launch step, right? That's what most people want. That's what you're here for, right? Is it worth it? So now we're gonna make it worth it. But we have to first work on time first. So you're gonna be, I know this is not gonna be universal. Everybody's schedule, time, life circumstances are different. Some people are going through ups and downs. Some people are just coming back off the slump. Wherever you're at, you'll be looking at your own situation to make some minor adjustment, or if not, major adjustment, if that's what you can see. Okay. So what I'm going to be covering today is actually Tony Robbins' RPM, the Rapid Planning Method. It's not a time management system. Actually, I hate that word, time management, because nobody can manage time. If you heard from Tony said that, time just goes regardless. You try to manage it, nobody can manage time. You can only work it to its efficiency. So that's why we're not talking about time management, because as soon as you got managed, how do we feel? That word, you just feel emotionally drained. It's, I have to be managed. So that's why when I want to start using this RPM system is to put you in the state. As we know, Tony Robbins talking about the success cycle. The first part is, is get you into certainty. But for you to get into certainty, your body, mind, and emotion has to all align. And that's why we have Hector here, is to help you get it into that state. And so that's why we want to create a system where you can constantly feel happy and fulfilled by the result focus. That would be your first things to do is RPM stand for result focus. What do you want? Before you do anything else, you have to make that decision. What do you want from this result? Whatever the task you're doing, the most, or watching the video or doing whatever that is, what is the result that you want from doing that? And then your second step is, why do you want to do that? So what is the purpose of doing that? If it's like, well, just for sake of watching a video, for killing the time, of course, that's not the purpose doing that, right? Then we have to reevaluate that particular action. And then after you know what you want, why you want it, then you can do the massive actions to do whatever it takes to make it happen. Make that as a must. And that's why RPM is effective when it comes to accomplish more with the less time, because now you got the reason, you got your purpose. So it's just no-brainer to just go ahead and do it, right? But most people are, when they start thinking about what they have to do, most people start with a massive action. So that's why a lot of times it fails for that, or it doesn't last very long. You run out of the juice really quick if you jump into to-do list first. This is what we call to-do list. Massive action without purpose in the result. Okay, it has to be a right sequence. So that's why what we're going to be doing is we are going to connecting the task that you're doing in each relationship. So once we group them together with a specific result, more tasks become less. I'll show you in a second how that's going to happen. So the benefit is help you reduce the overwhelm, because trust me, if you're not being careful, in the follow-up 8 weeks, we're going to have a lot of shit to do. Apologize my language, but there will be a lot if you're not being careful. So we need to help you learn how to group similar tasks together in a very specific result, and that accomplish one thing, that one result. Okay, so basically, yeah, help you accomplish more with less time, so you can focus on what really matters to you. Then you will actually find out you actually have more time to spend with your family or with yourself for self-care. Okay, so that's what I am helping you guys to do, this growth work. So if you can, grab a pen and paper. If you have your notebook, this will be the time to do so. It is to Lucy, do you have are you able to admit people? I just saw Himalis waiting outside the door.
I'm not seeing any. Did you make me co-host?
You should be, actually.
Because I don't see anybody
Okay.
be.
All right, sounds good. All right, I just make you a co-host. All right, great. So now if you can, grab a pen and paper. And the step one I want you guys to do is capture everything that you have to do this week. Just make a list really quick. I don't want you to think too much. This is supposed to be a fast exercise, because when we're getting into our head, we're dead, right? That's what you heard Tony have said that before. So that's what we want you to do. Just write it out. Whatever comes first, until you have nothing comes out, that's when you stop. That's all I want you to do. Quick 30 seconds. Really quick. Keep that coming this week. Not sometimes it could be same tasks you do every day. That's completely fine. That's why I give you the example. Some of them was actually my routine, but some of it I want you guys to able to resonate. I put some of your tasks that you will be doing in there, so that way you can kind of have an idea what your week will look like moving forward. So if that's first thing you're doing is meditation, exercise, listen to your mindset audio or whatever, that's my routine in the morning. And then watch launch type course video, attend a mastermind, do the growth work, attending Q&A, or attend at least one Q&A session. It could be tech session or design or copy or whatever that is that you need to have to ask the question. You attend those sessions, or you can come to review your work in a growth work session. So I just give you some idea, and then I see let me see where you guys are at. I can see some of you have your head up, so I'm assuming your list is all done. Give me a little thumb. Good. Okay. All right, I see thumb. All right. So now the next thing I want you to do is to, oh yeah, I just basically asked you to do this. But yeah, so that is the first step that you want to do. If you haven't finished seeing, you can wrap it up on this part of it just really quick. What are you going to be doing throughout the week? And the second part is I want you to organize the result in category. So based on everything you have captured, what is that specific result that you're determined to achieve? That you can organize this way. I give you the example, like it can be, oh, okay, this is more health related, this is more family related, this is more business related. Like I have separate my list into category. If you happen to have a highlighter, then you can highlight them in different color. It'll be easier for you to organize later on. Or if you don't have highlighter, just do triangle or check, as a symbol. You can do a symbol next to your list. So later on, you can organize it. Okay. So you want to start separate them. What is your health? And then what is for your business? As you can see, I have separate my 15 things on the list into 2 categories. One side is for my well-being is also important because that's the fuel I run for my business. If I don't take care of my health, there's no business. I'll be running out of juice. So that's why the well-being is important, that I do it on the side. And then it's also the business. Okay. So I have you guys doing the same. Does anybody follow? Just want to make sure. You guys all understanding so far? Okay, good. So I'll put this on the screen so you guys can see. So as soon as I see your head up, I know you guys are done. All right, I see most of the head is up. Okay, great. All right, so now you'll have either color coded or give a little symbol in front of your list. Now, the next step that we'll be doing is to make it the result driven. So, okay, so what are we doing here on this business side of it, since we're going to be focused on Launch Lab to work on your marketing? And then we're going to be focused on this particular category today. But later on, you want to finish your well-being or your family side of it. So that way you can start putting in that integrated part of your life. So this part is just for business of it. So this is what the example I set when I was in you guys' shoes at that time, when I was setting up for my business, Facebook for my business. So this particular, since I'm sharing with you guys our weekly goal, because I don't want to do a 9 weeks Launch Lab goal. It just sounds too daunting. So I want to break it down to weekly goal. So that way you guys can see it's possible. Okay. So it's not, heard you guys said it before. I feel like I just need to catch up, right? We've always been playing catch up. Nothing will catch up eventually. It's just, you just feel overwhelmed. And that's what usually too many catch up would do, is get people to the overwhelm. So that's why I want you guys plan weekly. And this particular exercise, I planned it for you guys for session 2. So basically you will be setting up your Facebook funnels that will be covering this upcoming Sunday. So basically I have an example here is the result that I want, is to set up my Facebook funnel for business. That's it. That's the result I want. They're set up, ready to go. They're optimized. They're ready for the step 1. And then you can set up for you what is the result that you want to have your Facebook, set up for your marketing. What is it for you? You might have a little bit slightly different reason than mine, but for the most part, for session 2, that is usually the result that we want to see for most of you, if not all of you, to have your Facebook funnel set up for business. Okay? So once you have that part done, that's the result that you want, then we're going to ask about the purpose. Okay, why am I doing that? Why do I need to set up my Facebook for business, right? If you don't have the purpose behind it, why should I do it, right? So for me, at the time when I determined that I want to set up my Facebook funnel for business, is because I want to start attracting ideal clients. I want them to go through my marketing funnels. Because I know eventually when I help them walk through my funnels, my Facebook profile, my Facebook group, and have them lead them to my event, what is the ultimate result at the end of 9 weeks in the launch lab? I have my launch that eventually they will become my client, right? That's a potential, for people in the beta and the public launch. But for first trial launch, you will be able to complete your trial launch. Then wow, I can really do this. You gain confidence, you have courage, you have certainty. As we know, the very first step of success is certainty. So that's why we want you to start creating the certainty on the weekly basis. So this is where you want to start putting on your purpose. Why? Why do you want to do this? You want to attract the ideal clients? That's why you're going to start practicing, set it up so they can go through your marketing funnels. I hope that's what your goal is, or maybe you have a different goal. This is the time you want to write it down. What is the purpose for you? When you know your why, you'll make it happen. But it has to be the why for you. Okay? All right. So the next part of it would be massive actions, right? This is what you're all waiting for. How do I make it happen? Right? You talk all this freaking like 8 or 9 things on your list. I don't have that time of the day. Each task might take me 30, 40, or an hour or 2. I don't know how long it's going to take me. So I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you, is break down the A task into 3 categories. And I'm not saying you do all in once. Like I said, we always want you guys to do in the small, digestible bites. So this is kind of how I envision that of course, you guys could organize the way that understandable to you. But I only do this for how I understand it when I was a student. So I make the launch lab as my dream time. What's that dream time? That means you're working on your future, your financial freedom, or whatever, be a leader of your life, or whatever that is for to you. So that's what we call that. Launch lab is the dream time. You got to put some time. It's kind of like if you guys have a retirement account, you put the money aside for your retirement. Same thing. This is for your future. This is for your, whatever the dream that you want to make it happen. That's why you're working so hard at it early in the morning, doing this part of the work. So if you organize all this in the dream time launch lab, that would be your watching your course before your mastermind session. So that's why they are together. As you can see, similar tasks grouped together. Remember, we're talking about that in the very beginning. We are not creating more to-dos. We're grouping similar tasks together. So that's why course video and mastermind session are grouping together. Because once you watch that course and then come to the mastermind, they're related. Because that's why we're going to go in deeper on the concept that you learn in the course. So that's why when you're looking at the list, instead of 2 things, it becomes 1, right? So mentally, emotionally is, I got 1 less thing to do, right? So the next thing, same thing, the growth work. Instead of, I have to go to growth work session, I have to do this, do that. Growth work is really, you watch you attend the master session, you try to do some work. And if you get stuck, that's fine. You get you get the draft of the growth work done, and then come to the growth work session and get a review. So just like what we're doing right now, because this is just the beginning. Later on, we're gonna have me less yapping, you guys are more talking. So, but this is right now. I want to at least set at the blueprint. That's what we're doing this week. So you want to come in and get a review. So really, 2 in 1. You reduce one more task, right? And the last thing is to attending your Q&A. You don't have to. We have to keep saying that. No, do not attend every Q&A. You don't have time for that. We understand that. So do not. You only attend the Q&A if you're stuck. If you're stuck at the technical navigation, you come to that particular Q&A. That's what we have. The whole entire week of a calendar is for you for that reason. So you don't have to come for everything. So if you can't make it in that particular time, you can still come to Aiden, Mike, or me, our Q&A. We can answer those questions too. So still fine. Or you could put it under the Q&A thread. If you cannot make it any of those time, then just put it in the Q&A thread on the post. We'll answer it during the Q&A, and then we'll tag you, means we'll basically share that particular answer with you if that's your question. So you only need to attend one Q&A, either is tech or copy or design or concept or framework, then you'll come to those Q&A, okay? So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Q&A, shrink down to 1, right? So we make it even smaller list for you to do. And then some of the things that we're gonna have you guys will be doing will be, because Launch Lab, it is help you with marketing. So you are in session 2, you were starting to research some networking groups. So just kind of prep you. You don't have to do any engagement yet. You just research to see what group will fit you of your framework. And then you will be, because you're going to be start preparing, set up your Facebook funnels for your business, then you're going to start writing the copy. Copy means just the writing on your Facebook cover. Like most of you have come from Build Your Brand workshop, so you kind of have an idea what copy is. That means, what is your headline for your Facebook cover photo? What is the call to action? What do you want them to do? So that's what we meant by copy. Start thinking about, what would that copy be on my profile, my group, and my event, because that's what is coming up next. So I'm prepping you guys ahead of time. So that's categorized in your marketing part of it, because that is the end result, is you producing those content so you can be ready to market. And then some of you might be in beta launch and things like that. You basically, when you are doing that, you set up your Facebook for business, you might start attracting some client because it will be out there in the public, right? And then you will start talking to people. If some people are ready, then they can start talking to people in networking groups. You might have start some private conversation in the messenger and get to know each other, become friends, not just sell. That's not what we ask you to do. You just start becoming friends, right? We start building know, like, and trust. So we start become know in the public, right? So, and some of you might have scheduled one-on-one, just get to know each other and things like that. So that's kind of how we help you categorize in 3 big category. But of course, those are just the mini task that you guys will be doing. So this is a super important part. I just want to make sure we're clear on this particular part of the step, because this is going to affect you the whole entire 9 weeks. Are we clear on this particular step? How we grouping similar? Good. Awesome. Great. All right. So now going back to the presentation. So you guys will finish those tasks later. So I know a lot of time you guys highlighted or using symbol, it could be a little bit messy, but later on, you're going to just list your steps in the priority order. First step, top priority, watch the course video. Second, attend a mastermind session. third, do the work, right? So it's just follow the logical steps. 1, 2, 3. So that's kind of how you set the type priority from your mini task in the category. Okay. All right. So the next fun part is you guys gonna be doing some work. I'm gonna be copying this calendar. You guys are already putting some time into it for your accountability partner. I'm copying in the Zoom chat. You guys want to open it up? Let me know if everybody have the document open. Give me a little thumb. We open the document. Great, perfect. All right. So now I want you to look for your name. Seema, yours will be easier. Your is the first one, right? If you pay attention, Seema, your name is first. So I want you to go find your name first. Tell me if you're there, because I know finding the name might be a while. I don't want to start talking until you find your name. If you don't have your name, raise your hand. Actually, I want to see, or give me your digital hand if you're not able to show your face. Everybody, okay. All right, Gigi, don't have your name on it. Okay, I'm actually gonna quickly create your name because I want you guys to start doing this right now. I'm gonna duplicate a copy and put Gigi. Okay, so give me 1 second. After I'm done with Gigi, I'm gonna go to the next person. Hopefully everybody have their name. If not, I want you to raise your hand. So Gigi, your name should be on the second tab now. Let me know. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go to the next person. Doreen don't have her name. Okay, I'm gonna add.
No, we don't see your screen.
That's fine. If Doreen cannot find her name. Oh, actually, Gigi. Okay, all right. I see why you guys can't find it. I'm not gonna create more tab to cause confusion. You guys have to click. Okay, all right. Are you guys able to see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, so I think Gigi, your name is somewhere. Okay, I do see your name now, so I'm not gonna delete what I just created. Now I know one of the challenges you guys have to figure out how to click, right? I'm gonna delete this now. This is duplicate now. Okay, so first one is Seema. We got Seema. Second one is Francis. Francis is not here. Brent is here. Brent, you found yours. Perfect. Himley is here when I saw it earlier. Barbara's here. So Barbara's here. Angelica's not here. Barbara Cresswell's not here. Deborah is not here, but so you just have to keep clicking this arrow. If you see the arrow, okay. Esmeralda and Kyra, okay, so they'll here. So Gigi, you're right here. You just keep clicking the arrow. Doreen, you're right here. Okay. So you just keep clicking to see Eva, you're right here. Magda, you're right here. Athena is me. I'm doing a demo. So I put myself last. So we all good? We all found ourselves? We're found? Okay. Now we can do our work. All right. So now go back to when I switched the screen. Are you guys able to see my Canva presentation? No,
Yes. No, we see the growth time example.
Okay.
Athena, I'm sorry, I couldn't get to my computer in time. I
Oh,
don't think my name's on there. If I
okay,
didn't-
great.
Christia.
Yeah, I
Christia.
noticed Mariah just said her name isn't on there. I didn't see it.
Okay. All right, great. I'm going to create right now. Right.
Are you going to show us how to do that too while you do it?
Actually, what's that? Oh, somebody is talking?
No, I was talking. I was wondering if you were going to share the screen.
Actually, we don't want people to create because we know people mess up. So I'm going to be the one creating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I see Mariah. It's not there. Okay. Mariah. Okay. right, so Mariah, you should be on the second tab. Tell me if you can see it.
Athena, sorry, could you share the link again? The Google.
Oh, sure, of course. I'll do the Google link right here. Here it is. So, I remember, who was the next one? I saw there's two hands.
Christia.
Christia. Okay, that's right. Christia. Okay, Christia should be the third.
My third, thank you. I'm multitasking this morning.
Great. All right, so that should be it. Okay, do I have anybody else that's missing? Anybody else? Going once, going twice? All right, so I'm assuming everybody find our name, and now we're gonna do some work. Now it is your commitment time, as we say it. Let me go back to my screen. All right, so now you guys can see my Canva with example with the clock running on the screen. Yes. Okay.
Yes,
great.
we can. Yes.
Great. So this is my example. So I look at all the schedule I have, like my commitment. If you happen to have a day job, I personally, it's all up to you. I have seen some of you put in the Zoom chat on last Sunday, like, well, how about I have other commitment? Do I put in the schedule or do I not put on the schedule? Personally, I don't put it in the one calendar. This is my reason. I like do my things in elimination way, because I don't want to overwhelm myself. If I put everything on one calendar, my emotion already going to overwhelm. So that's why I don't want my dream time mess with my obligations. I still have my obligation on one calendar. It will be actually I'm using my phone and it said alarm just to remind me to do it. But my dream time is my must, because I'm working on my retirement. I'm working for my future. So that's why I don't want any noises to be interfering in my dream time. And they are clear in one color and one color only, green light. And that's my dream time. And then I'm opening up every day. And I'm doing it long enough for me. I already kind of know my routine. So I don't do this anymore. I just know by the time 5 o'clock, I'm up. I'm doing my same routine every single day. I don't even have to look at my calendar. But in the very beginning, if you are retraining yourself, revising and things like that, it takes at least 30 days to get in the groove on a consistent basis. So in the very beginning, you do want to look at your calendar every single day to get in your commitment. So I'm just giving you an example. I have an hour in the morning. I usually do the most difficult work in the very beginning of the day. Some of you, if you have learned, nothing relevant to Launch Lab and things like that, the first thing in the morning for me is the easiest way to tackle the difficult things, because my hair is clear and my subconscious is pretty sharp, and usually I learn fastest. But when later on in the day, when my mind in the way, my capability of learning difficult things will reduce, because other noises come in, and live or phone call and all that, it can clog my brain. So that's why I want the clearest head in the morning, do the most difficult thing. So that's my strategy, and that's how I was able to get a lot of difficult things done. And towards the end of the night, all I have left to do is the easy thing. So, and then that's why I'm able to stay in that happy and fulfillment state on the most part of the day. And of course, I still get tired and all that, but at least towards the end of the day, I do the easy task. So that's kind of how I have make my task works and get my things done. So that just kind of give you guys an example. Your goal is really one session a week. We're going to be focused on one session. You study and you implement. Study, implement, study, implement. That's it. So that's why your course is 30 minutes. Rest of them is really implementation. You come to the mastermind session, to get the part you not quite get it in the course video, you know, to get it all, to understand that concept, right? And then this is just an example. Like I said, you don't have to follow my hours. I'm just giving you an example. My morning. Okay, say I don't have a whole lot of time. Okay, I got 30 or 45 minutes or an hour, you know. So the course video, just so you guys know, for the 9 weeks, if you haven't seen that, they're less than 30 minutes. A lot of them is probably 25 minutes or so, or less, actually, less than 20 minutes or so. So you can easier to tackle in the morning, and then you just do the growth work, get a draft done. Not asking you to be perfect. Watch the video, get the growth work done in an hour. That's it, quick. Just get it quick. When you can revise it, is you come to the growth work session like this morning. That's when you have me help you revise it to make it better, or make it understandable to you. So that's kind of how I use it. You can use an evening time to watch the Facebook tag, you know, the technical Q&A. If you happen to see on the timestamp there's certain thing you don't get it, and then you found it on the timestamp, you watch that session. So I don't ask you to watch all 3 hours of session. That's not what I meant. That means pick one. Each day you can pick one. It could be a copy of design that you stuck. Then you just pick that one. Could be Tuesday, could be watching a tech Wednesday, watching the copy and design Thursday, watching the growth work session, or come to the growth work session, or, you know, whatever that fits in your schedule. That's all we're doing. One day, 1 hour, or 30 or 45 minutes. Okay. So now I'm using CMA's example, and also let you guys know, because Aiden's already warned me. Make sure to tell everyone, do not enter anything yet unless they find their name first. So that's why we want you to make sure you find your name first. Otherwise, you're filling your schedule on somebody else's timeline. Okay? You'll miss it.
Atina,
Yes.
Atina, sorry to interrupt, but can you show step by step how to use that Excel sheet of the calendar, and practically, please?
So how do you use the Excel sheet calendar? Okay.
How to click and save, and how to fill in, etc.
Okay.
Thank
See, that's a
thank
great Q&A question. That's under the tag. But I'm gonna show you today. I think I still about 5 minutes or so.
And
So
we
that's
have a
fine.
question, we have a question from Bob.
Okay, all right, great. I'm actually gonna be done pretty soon. So but after I finish this particular part, we'll go over the how to enter it in, okay? So this is what I'm showing an example is Seema. So she already have highlighted all those color. It's for her accountability partner. So since you already have those time block it that you're available for your accountability partner, I want you to start using some of those time you have marked that you're available to your dream time. So this is just an example, not like I'm asking Seema to do all this, but I'm just giving you guys an example. It could be between 6 or 7. Seema would put those hour in for the dream time. So you'll be doing the same thing. And then, like I said, we don't want you to do like 1 or 2 hours in one go. If you need it to be 25 minutes, 30 minutes in the increment to get it done. That might take you a whole day in a different time. That's fine. Just break it down and get it done. Okay. And then let me see what I have. Okay. So yeah, this is basically to share with you. If you're old fashioned, you like to print it out. I want to deal with a Google sheet. It's not my thing. I don't care much about technology. You still can get it done. You need this calendar, just let us know. We'll help you print it out. You just put the same thing. You just put dream time. You know, you can put on whatever time that you need that you can still accomplish the same if you like the paper form. Okay. But it's for some of you that you like the digital form and like to learn how, I'm going to share that with you. Just a second. Let me see, where is that file? I need to go to file first. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to that Google Sheet. So this is where that when you first landed, I'll just go click on Mariah because I know she hasn't filled anything yet. So say Mariah that want to have age 10, that is for the dream time. All she had to do is either click this box one time on the left click on this box, and you click on this. Actually, hold on, never mind. You click on this fill color. Are you guys following so far?
Yes, I think so.
Great. All right, and then you put green. Well, whatever color you like. For me, green is go, red is stop. It's just how my brain registered. So I want Dreamtime is the go. I don't want it to stop. So that's why you put it that way, or you can just say Dreamtime, right? I'm gonna change the color. When I want to change the text color, I go here, text, black. So this is not necessarily an area and you need to do perfect. This is just for you to read. As long as you can read what's on it, it's fine. Okay? Do I need to add this calendar or just use our own system? I would encourage you to put on this calendar because it will help your coach to know where you're at. If your coach doesn't know your schedule, they don't know how to help you. So if you put on this Google sheet, the coaches know, okay, in this time you're available, and then we are able to assist you. So
Oh, yeah, no, I put my available times, but like for dream time, all that kind of stuff. Do I need to add that on that calendar too?
that's what I'm asking you guys to
Oh.
do now.
It's for your accountability partner.
Yes.
For your coach.
Remember, we're talking about the
Oh,
commitment.
yeah, but they just need to know when I'm available, don't they?
So basically, whatever that you have available for your accountability partners, that particular time, if you already have a block, because a lot of time
Yes.
you guys have multiple time slots to have your accountability partner to choose, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys are not gonna choose all those time to meet, but if you just choose, if you already have blocked one time for accountability partner, the rest of the time slots that you have available, it will be for your dream time. That makes sense?
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I didn't know that I had to add dream time to that. I just
No,
thought,
just today. No, not before. I'm only telling you guys now because we have seen that you guys already have the color show up on the calendar. That tells me you guys probably gonna meet with accountability partner probably an hour or so. If it happen to be the time you guys blocking to meet and do the growth work together, great. You multitask, right? You get your work done, you get to check in. Then we just ask you guys to commit to putting the time in on the calendar. I'm
Mhm.
gonna delete this for Mariah, so that way she can put on her own time. So if I could have you guys now we're using this 5 minutes to do this part work together. Like see for Seema, she already have this color blocked. There's quite a bit of a time that she is available. Then she can just put, okay, in this color block of time, I'm gonna put this as my dream time. Or whatever. Okay, so why does it all become red? So you can say, oh, I want to put this as a dream time. You know, you just put it in this time block so we can see.
Okay.
And Athena, I know we're in the top of the hour. Do you want to answer the other question? Well, I don't know if it's relevant anymore. Barb had a question. Are we doing growth work homework this week or after this coming Sunday's mastermind?
So the growth work session 1 today is actually whatever you guys have shared in the Launch Lab Academy. The coaches are gonna review it. So what we are doing today is actually gonna help you for the entire 9 weeks. So that's why we're doing a little bit differently. But the coaches and the Lucy, we all team leaders, actually your team leaders are gonna be watching closely of your growth work. So they can give you some comment and things like that. We will review them. Yes. So yeah, this week we're doing a little bit differently because we know this is the part you guys struggle the most because
Okay.
you guys have a hard time to commit the time.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I was just gonna ask you though, because the workbook is PDF, right? So for entering anything online, it's not, you know, you can't type it.
so there is a the Google, I think it's a Google Doc as well. So I can share that with you guys and I'll just make it visible for you guys to see. Yeah, we can have PDF because we know the reason why we have to do it that way is because a lot of time when people are not so great at technology in the very beginning, they just start typing. They just like, wait a minute, where's my thing go? Somebody just erased what I typed. What happened? You know, so we need a starting from PDF and then we'll that's okay. Well, I'll add the Google Sheet back in or just make it easier for you guys to find. But in the very beginning, that's what we want you guys to start. But yeah, so so for right now, I do want you guys to start looking the time you already have colored coded for your accountability partner. And now I want to see your dream on it.
Athena,
do-
what, I know it's the top of the hour. Do we have time to show Doreen who wants to know how to scroll to the right to get the later times?
Okay.
Can you just do
So-
that? And because I want to be respectful of everybody's time here.
Yes, I understand that, but this part is super important. I want to make sure we
Okay.
got. That's the whole purpose of this growth work is commitment. Without commitment, there's nothing gonna get done. Okay.
Thank
So so basically, Doreen, you want to see how you can get it to your name, correct?
How to scroll to the right to get later times.
Okay. So you see, there's a bar right here.
Where we
guys
can't
able to
see
see?
anything. We can't see
Okay.
anything.
So I stopped sharing the screen. Okay. So you guys see there's a bar down here.
The bar down there, yes.
Look at my mouse on the bottom of this sheet. Do you guys
Yes.
see the bar?
Yes, we see it.
Okay. So that's how you can scroll to the right.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. So for so let me know if you're done. If you're done, can you type in the Zoom chat? Let me know you already put your Zoom time in. So that way we can respect for people's time at the same time. I know you're committed for the growth work.
I just want to say that I've done the stamp timing. So Eva, where do I find the questions to answer? The stamp timing will be done for this growth work. So you can go back and just look at the stamp timing to see what you've missed.
Okay. I see
At the
Gigi's
beginning.
done. Okay. Gigi's done. I'm going to look at your, okay, on the screen so I can see who's done. Because I got quite a few of you here. I want to make sure you guys have this part done before you go. That way, you know you have checkbox. You got one homework done. You're doing with me. And that's the whole purpose of growth work. You do it with me. Dreamtime is all the time working on the growth work, the project we ask you guys to do. Yes, each week, only one task a week. Dreamtime. So if you're done, type in the Zoom chat, say you're done. There's no link to go to these questions. What do you mean, Eva? You want to uncheck, mute yourself?
The questions you talked about in the beginning of the Zoom today.
Oh, you're talking about.
I took a lot of screenshots.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about taking notes. I'm gonna have download the presentation.
That's okay.
We're gonna go over that one more time. Yeah. So right now, yeah, you just want to block the calendar. Yeah, everything, the notes, video, and then you have any questions, we'll take care of that. Don't worry about it. So just so you guys know, sometimes you guys are, well, how many hours do I dedicate it in a week? just so you know, watching the video is not about doing, right? So watching the video is probably about 3 hours. It could be a mastermind session, 1.5 hour, and then it could be the course video. So that add up to about 3 hours so for the videos to watch, and then 3 hours for your work to get work done. So that's kind of like a minimum 6 hours for the whole week. So that means if you really don't have time, you can dedicate 1 hour each day. If you don't have 1 hour in one go, 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening. If you say, I don't have any of those time, I don't know why you're here. but what I mean by that is, you know, it's business, right? We gotta dedicate some time to make business to work. So I only see one person has the growth work. Catherine, you have questions? I see you scratch your head. Catherine, you have questions? I'm actually gonna stop the Zoom, stop the live, but I want to make sure you guys are